Today, the subject of UFOs is getting more serious mainstream attention. But sightings of unidentified aerial phenomena are nothing new. In fact, reports of such encounters go back to biblical times. Some theorists say the pages of the Bible include evidence of ancient contact between extraterrestrials and mankind, and even suggest that celestial beings described as angels are in fact alien visitors who look like humans. In this episode, we revisit the question: are angels extraterrestrials? And if they look like humans, are they among us? The scripture suggests that while angels are not humans, they could be mistaken for humans. As the writer of Hebrews states, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." In Genesis 19, verse 8, two angels disguised as men visit Abraham's nephew, Lot, in the city of Sodom. The scripture says that Lot was trying to protect the two strangers from a violent group of men. The text does not explicitly say if Lot knows that the two men he is protecting are actually angels in human disguise. But based on his protective treatment of them, it's safe to assume Lot does not yet realize that he is sheltering creatures who fear no human being. After the men of Sodom attempted to break into Lot's home, the angels rescued Lot and his family, removing them from the city. Then God sent fire from the sky, burning the city to ashes. There are many more biblical references of angels appearing like humans and interacting with them on earth. But where do angels come from? As with fallen angels, or demons, angels are described as foreign beings to earth. Ephesians 6:12 talks about rulers, authorities, powers, and forces in the heavenly realms. 2 Corinthians 10 talks about fighting an enemy with weapons not of this world. Could these beings from the heavenly realm be actually aliens? In his 2017 book, Ancient Aliens in the Bible, writer Xavier Hayes says yes. He argues that supernatural elements documented in the Bible were actually alien encounters, misinterpreted by ancient authors who lacked the proper vocabulary to describe what they were seeing. Of the many accounts in the Bible of strange happenings and otherworldly occurrences, the story of Ezekiel is one of the most fascinating, especially when looked at through the lens of modern technology. When biblical texts are interpreted through this perspective, an interesting picture emerges of the possibility that our ancient ancestors were actually visited by an advanced race, rather than angels sent by God. Ezekiel's vision of a wheeled chariot sounds more likely to be a spaceship or space shuttle used by an advanced species to reach out to humans. Ezekiel described seeing a wheeled chariot descend toward him from the sky, piloted by beings with the likeness of a man. His detailed description sounds much like that of the landing of a spacecraft. The windstorm, flash of lightning, and brilliant lights are reminiscent of a spacecraft coming down for a landing and kicking up dirt in a spectacle never before seen by someone of such a primitive era. In Genesis 18, Abraham is visited by three strangers that he does not realize are angels. Reverend Barry Downing, pastor emeritus at Northminster Presbyterian Church, said maybe the angels were extraterrestrials, but they wouldn't use that language in biblical times.
Could these be extraterrestrial beings that are meeting with Abraham? And my answer is we should think about this. The reason we should think about this is that we've got hundreds and hundreds of stories of UFOs appearing in our skies now. And then the question is, how long have they been around? There's a UFO researcher named Jacques Vallée who believes UFOs have been around for centuries. And I also believe that. So, what do we learn in this story? One thing is that Abraham believed God was very human looking. He could walk and talk with Abraham. Of these three men that came to visit Abraham, two eventually parted and went off to visit Sodom, whereas the third one stayed behind, and the third one was God. So this is a little shocking to most people who think of God as some kind of being way off in the sky somewhere that could never come to earth. But in fact, in this story, God looks very human. He talks to Abraham, and That means we have a talking God. This is really important, okay? Other religions may believe in some kind of superpower, but do they believe in a God who talks? We do. That is, we being those who believe in the Bible. The other thing to notice is that in the story, the God being said to Abraham, "Where's your wife Sarah?" And Abraham said, "She's in the tent." And the man said, "When I return next year, she is going to have given birth to a son." And then the being said, "Why did Sarah laugh at that?" And in the biblical translation, it says she laughed to herself, but not out loud. The implication is that this being could read Sarah's mind. This is interesting because in modern UFO cases, people report when they have contact with extraterrestrials, the extraterrestrials not only can read their mind, but can put ideas into their minds. So they have their own form of telecommunication.
Whether you call it angels or aliens, the Bible refers to them as beings from outside this world. Are angel encounters documented in the Bible, actual evidence of alien visitors who look like humans? If so, are they among us? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.